Okay, Year 10. This is our new topic, Principles of Training. It's now part of the unit 1.1.4. Basically today, we're going to look at developing an understanding of the principles of training. So, our journey for this unit would be to look at the principles of training, then look at how you assess your fitness levels, a bit on goal setting, looking at the methods of training that we've already been focusing on in our practical sessions. For example, interval training, fartlek training, continuous and circuit today. The exercise session looking at warm-ups, cool-down, and then comparing two types of training sessions and analysing those training sessions. So what are the principles of training? Principles of training are basically rules that you should follow whenever you're following a training program. Okay? Now to remember it, we remember it using the word RIPS, R-I-P-S. Anything underlined, make sure you are writing those down in your notes, and also as many examples as you can. So R stands for rest and recovery within a training program. I, individual needs or differences. P, progressive overload, and S, specificity. Make sure you get that spelling right, specificity, as you will get marked down on your exam if you don't spell it right. Okay, so let's look at rest and recovery. Let's look at the definitions that you need to know. Rest is the period of time allocated to recovery, and recovery is the time required for the repair of damage to the body caused during training or competition. So basically it's saying that whenever we are training in a program, we've got to have some rest to allow our muscles to recover, ready to perform at our maximum next time, and ready to be able to train for competitions. So after a hard training session, the body increases its ability to cope with future punishing training sessions. And basically what's happening there is your body is adapting. Your body's getting used to the training that you are throwing at it, and you've got to increase it each time to make it harder. So that's called adaptation. Make sure you are copying that note down. During training, our muscle fibers tear. So by resting, that allows the muscles to recover. Then through resting and recovery, they will become stronger and are therefore able to cope with more next time you are training or competing. Okay, individual needs. Again, write down this definition. Matching the training to the requirements of an individual. We've all got different needs whenever we are training. For example, if you think of a footballer, they will have different needs to a table tennis player for their type of training. And that's a range of sports for different people. So when you're writing your 6-week training program in a few weeks' time for your coursework, you've got to remember that that program is for you only, okay? You've got to think about what type of training you would match for yourself and for your sport. Progressive overload. Difficult one to understand, this one, but the definition of it is to gradually increase the amount of overload so that fitness gains occur but without potential for injury. Now, that's really important, that bit, that we're not pushing ourselves too much in that we're going to be injured week 2 into our training program. We need to see a gradual gain in fitness. So let's think of an example. If we go to the fitness suite and we start lifting weights, we wouldn't start lifting weights at 20 kilograms on our arms. We'd start off low, 5 kilograms, and build it up. Second week we might be on to 7.5 kilograms or 10 kilograms. The week after 15. So we've got a steady increase. The same if we were running. If we were on the treadmill, we'd maybe start with a 10-minute run, build that up to a 15-minute run in week 2, build that up to a 20-minute run in week 3. Okay, so making sure that we're gradually building that work into our training program rather than starting off really quickly, too hard, too fast, and then getting injured. Okay, last one, specificity. So what different to individual needs, it's you matching the training to the requirements of your activity. So not to your own needs, but to your activity. So let's look at an example of football. Strikers need speed and power to beat their opponent to the ball and shoot from range. that's just a given. Yeah, they need to be fast to the ball, and they need to strike the ball really hard sometimes from the edge of the box to try and score long distance goals. Whereas someone else in football, a goalkeeper, needs completely different fitness components. They need agility and reaction time to save their shots. So they'd be working in their training program on specific needs that they need. So rugby player would need a lot of power, okay, and speed in the scrum. The backs would need a lot more speed, muscular endurance, okay. So think of it that way, and that is it for principles of training, okay.